Hi, this is Lab 4 assignment of data science practicum, which is forum analysis and clustering algorithms. And this is our team Vandalist and Data and I'm with Shreyash and Kritika. So in order to perform this assignment, first we have to set up the Ubuntu terminal. And for that, we mainly used Praw API to extract the text from Reddit. So our part one is focused on data fetching and pre-processing. So we are trying to fetch the data from the text sector of Reddit. And in order to scrape the data, we went with usage of Praw API. So first we installed the Praw API and we used PyTesseract if there are any images present in the forum to extract the text from them. And we used NLTK packages to extract the keywords and also the identification of the topic from the postings on Reddit text sector. So first, basically, in order to use the Pro API, first we created an app. We've actually did a developer account in Reddit and use our credentials. Like in order to do that, first we have to set up app. And after creating the app, we got our client ID, client secret, and user agent. So after setting up the Pro API, we given this schema for our database table, the title, which is the main title of the Reddit post, like which is just the forum posting, and we extracted the timestamp when date and time when the Reddit post was made, and the username, the author who actually made that post. And we also masked the version of this Reddit user for privacy. And for this, we implemented hashing techniques and keywords from this body or text with what author has made. We extracted the keywords using NLTK library. And using PyTesseract, we are able to extract the text from the images if there are any images present on the posting. And in order to identify the topic from that posting, we used LDA algorithm, and our database table looks like we have an ID, a unique ID for every posting, and that is the primary key, and the title, which is the posting itself, and the timestamp where we have the date and time. Username is the username of the author who actually posted the Reddit, and we implemented hashing as well in order to mask the user identity for privacy issues. And keywords like the main extracting like keywords from the posting, and image text if there is any text present on the image, and the topic using LD algorithm, we are just adding that topic to the database.
So my name is Shreyas. Let me show you how we did implementation of this on the Ubuntu machine. So right now in my directory, I have a Python file. But before that, let me show you how our SQL database is set up. So in my SQL, I've logged in. I'm using the Reddit Tech database. And here I just have one table as of now, the posts, and we will be storing the forum information and the post related to the tech data, tech sector into this table. So to do that, we will be running a Python script. And when I run this, it will ask the user that how many posts you have to fetch. So for demo, let me fetch 10. So for fetching 10 posts, it would be pretty fast. But if you want to fetch something like 1,000, 5,000, actually Prod API has some limitations to do that. As of now, I've already done a 5,000 data set stored in the SQL. And on top of that, this 10 would be added. So to show that, let me use my database. And I'm using select all from posts. So these are all the information that we want. So you can see here, these are 5,010 rows. So the 10 which I have just added and the 5,000 which we processed, it takes around 8 minutes to process the 5,000 posts. To see the title, I would do limit by 5. And here you can see we have ID, we have title, we have keywords, we have topic, we have image text, timestamp, username. So if I would just extend this terminal a little bit, you can see the topic would be researchers have focused on moisture present in the air. We have timestamps. We have username, which are masked using HD5 hashing algorithm. We have keywords which are used in this post. And we also have a column named topic, which is generated using a trained LDA model. And this this is how we are storing it in our tables. And to explain how we have identified uh, how we have overcome the limitation of Praw API, I'll walk through the code. So in the main function, we are just asking the user how many posts he wants. And from that, we will be using fetch data function to get to get those posts. And in the fetch data, we are implementing the logic of chunk size. So since the a Pro API has limitation of taking just 1,000 posts at a time, and it also has a limitation of 60 seconds of runtime. So we are using a chunk size of 1,000, and also we are using a sleep time of 65 seconds. This is a little bit more than the original time limitation of the Pro API, just to make sure that we are about the time that it was limited to. And after that, from here, we are checking if the total number of fetches that we have done as per the chunk size is less than the number of posts that we want. So in our case, if we want 5,000, so this will check if 1,000 is less than 5,000. And then we will calculate the remaining number of posts. And then we are again calculating the fetch size, which should be chunk size if the posts are greater. Otherwise, it would be the remaining number of posts. And during the submission, we are actually giving it a limit of fetch size, which is basically our chunk size 1,000, and it will get it append to the posts list that we are creating before the loop. And after this, we are giving it a sleep time, which is of 65 seconds. So if the total fetched posts are less than our number of posts, which was originally 5,000, it will have a sleep time of 65 seconds to reset. So this is how we are extracting the data. And from them, we have to give the data for pre-processing. And the pre-processing part will be explained by Kritika.
Hi. So pre-processing step is a very important step before applying any ML algorithm. So I will tell you what are the pre-processing steps we did. So here in this part, first we are using regular expressions to remove the HTML tags, special characters, and irrelevant information. So this part of the code explains it clearly how we are doing that. Next is transforming data for analysis. Now, submission dot created is the time that a post was made, and this date time is in the Unix timestamp format. So we will use datetime function to convert it into Python datetime object and then use it further for our analysis. Making usernames. Now here, usually the usernames of individuals are not supposed to be used. So in order to ensure the privacy of the users, we are going to generate an MD5 hash of it, and that is equal to mask underscore username. Now this is something which is equal to the usernames, but not exactly the individual usernames. So we are hashing it. Next is identifying keywords. Combined underscore text is nothing but the combination of title and body. So we are using NLTK library to tokenize it and that equate it to tokens. Now they are in this part of the code, we are taking the top five keywords and top five tokens and storing it at keywords. Next is that we are using these keywords and storing it so that we can in a database for a further analysis and processes. Now identifying topics used with LDA. LDA is an algorithm that we are using so that we can identify the topics. These topics are nothing but the collection of keywords that frequently appear together across multiple posts. Extracting text from images. A lot of important information are present on images. So we will use a library by Tesseract to extract the text from the images and store it in our database. incorporating image text into keywords and topics. So that it's same as the previous one. We're going to store that in our database for further processes. Thank you.
So to show this into action, the pre-processing step uses pre-processing of the regular expression. And for title and body. We are using masked username for hashing the original identity. We are using keywords by tokenizing our title and body and then finding the relevant keywords. And we are using the most common occurred keywords in that combined text. From that, we are also getting the URL of the image if it has any, and we are extracting image to text using by the select library. And at the end, we will be appending it to our dictionary of pre-processed data, the title, body, timestamp, username, keywords, image to text, and the topics. After that, we got our pre-processed data and we want to store it to our database. So we have created a local database in MySQL in Ubuntu. And from there, we will be inserting into posts. Posts was our table that I've shown before. And here we will be inserting all of the relevant data into their respective columns. Uh, and that's it. So this was our project. This was our part one of this assignment. And thank you so much.